Hey, how you guys doing? This is William Myers, Mantis Outdoors, back at you with another video from the beautiful Huron State National Forest. And I'm gonna do a video about my cooking kit and what I carry in the woods for all my cooking needs, drinking, etc., etc. So let's get to it. All right, so when I go into the woods, I have a couple options. I have two bags, my haversack and then my cooking kit bag. This is a bag by Malcolm Cordora, the Hidden Woodsman. It is his bush pot bag. And this usually stays in my main pack. It doesn't go anywhere but my main pack. And this is my main source of cooking, spices, all that stuff is right in here. Other than that, I have the things that are in my haversack. But first, let's go through what's in my bush pot kit. I really like this bag because it keeps everything uniform and nice. Nothing's gonna get spilled and knocked over. And it's really convenient to grab. But first thing that I usually keep a Nalgene bottle of olive oil. This stuff's good for all kinds of things, as in tool maintenance, etc., and cooking. And then I also keep a deer fat tallow candle. Now, I've boiled water with this, with the stove that comes with the cook pot that I have. I've done tool maintenance with this. I usually, for a long time, I didn't put anything on my knives but deer fat tallow. But it's just something that I personally always carry on me is a deer fat candle. And then let's go ahead and take all this out and show you it all in one piece. All right, so this is pretty much my primary means of cooking when I'm in the field. I have a Pathfinder Cooking Pot. This is, I believe, the 2-quart pot. It comes with a stove, and that stove also has a lid for the pot. Also, a little thing that I do is I just put the pot inside of the stove, and it's like a bowl or a plate or what have you. Inside my 2-quart pot, I have a zebra pot that cradles inside of it, and that's usually where I keep my main components of my cooking kit. I always have a couple lighters in there. I have 2% tincture of iodine for medical and, if needed, water decontamination. But obviously, if it's in here, probably wouldn't need this unless this got crushed or cracked or broken or something like that. Usually this is just for like little minor cuts and stuff like that. I have honey. I keep honey for also medical reasons and food, teas usually, and always a couple lighters, because if I don't have to light a fire with a bow drill set, I'm not going to. If I'm just practicing my skills, that's fine. I like these zebra kits, these zebra pots, because this one comes with like a little pan. If I don't have a big huge plate of food, this is usually plenty for what I'm eating at the time. Plus, you can store like nuts and stuff like that in it on the go. This will cover it. You can boil small things in this, make teas, medicine, things like that. I always carry stainless steel. This can be used for cleaning. It can be used for fire. It can be used for several different things. I always keep this. Just cleaning, I just tear a little bit of it off, clean my pots. If I'm not around a sandy bank or pebbled rocks, or I can put the lid on the pot with rocks and just shake the heck out of it, and that'll get most of the stuff that's off the bottom. I always carry jute cordage in here, just because it conveniently fits in there, and jute cordage is really good for fire and, anything. It's cordage. What do you use cordage for? Lots of things, right? All right, so in the zebra pot is my spice kit. All right, so just the basic spice kits that I carry, the Italian seasoning, sage, pepper, salt, cinnamon, cayenne pepper, chili pepper, and garlic. Now, the cinnamon is actual cinnamon. It's not acacia. I made sure of that. And that's for all of this stuff that I carry is for seasoning my food. It's also for medicinal purposes. The sage is good for ear, nose, and throat things like gargling. Sage will help you out with sore throats, etc., etc. Pepper's good for digestion. I wrote a whole article about this stuff, guys. I'll link. Maybe I can link that in the description. But that's where I keep all my seasonings and spices. And what I do is I just get the diabetic test kit strips. That's all that is. That's the container that those strips come in. They're watertight. I've thrown these in creeks. They don't leak, conveniently enough. People use those 35mm film containers. Those are actually getting really hard to find, and they're not always waterproof. Alright, so the rest of my cookie kit is in my haversack, so let's go ahead and open it up and take a look what's inside. Alright, so this is my Hidden Woodsman haversack. I've had this thing for a couple years now. It's definitely stood the test of time, especially since I am pretty hard on my gear. But we're not going to go through the entire contents of my haversack, but just on the cooking side of things, what I usually carry are 2 cups. I carry a stainless steel water bottle, 32 ounces. Oh, snagged. And I carry 2 cups. This one just happens to be a Vargo titanium, and this one is actually the cup that came with the Pathfinder kit. This is the Pathfinder 32 ounce bottle kit. But the reason why I carry 2 cups is, one, they all mesh together really, you know, that's just perfect in my opinion. Goes in there pretty good, and I can boil water. I can boil double the water. I could be cooling a lot more water. I could be making teas. I could be making food and boiling water at the same time, and that is if I'm not at my base camp. You know, the stuff that is in my main pack, you know, sometimes, especially hunting, I'll go and go to a main base camp, and then we'll hike 8-9 miles up into the ridge, and then there's a secondary camp there. You don't want to be, you know, carrying your main pack 30-35 pounds up all that, because I mean it's like up. So usually I'll carry whatever I'm hunting with at the time in this haversack, and I already have a shelter up there, so I don't need my sheltering kits or anything like that. I just need my haversack, and then I'm good to go. Everything that I need except for a shelter is in this haversack. So this is what I would cook with. You know, usually I'll carry maybe a smaller bag for like extra foods and things like that, but other than that, this is what I carry at a secondary base camp, or if I'm not at my main camp. Alright guys, well, this is just a short video showing you what I bring into the woods for a multitude of cooking needs. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate it if you hit like down below, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll see you out in the woods. Hey, how you guys doing? This is Mantis. Now I'm not even William Myers anymore. 3, 2, 1.